I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. Neither dead nor alive, I became undead forever. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Emerald Dragon, as we always are on Monday evenings. We always are, right, guys?
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, we are playing some D&D.
No, we're not. I don't believe you.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, actually, we're doing something different. Oh, damn it, I forgot. Oh, wait, no, we are playing D&D. What are you guys talking about?
I thought we were Shoots and Ladders, right? This is Shoots and Ladders.
I like Shoots and
What a
Ladders. That was a fun
stream.
game.
Wait, no, that's next week. Damn it.
Really?
Yes.
I'm all
No more
mixed
Tomb of
up now.
Annihilation. Just Shoots and Ladders.
Yeah, we quit that campaign so we can play Shoots.
I'm
And we're
down.
doing Candyland the week after.
Oh no, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Candyland. These are like all my
Throwback.
favorite games. Could we do
100
Sorry
new
too?
subscribers to Twitch channel.
Right.
Basic board game channel. I love it.
I heard that they'll have to make like a new channel for Candyland streams once we build up our fan base. That's really the goal.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, in
Yeah.
all seriousness, I mean, in most seriousness, we're playing Curse of Strahd tonight. We are officially kicking off our campaign. Last week, we did the introductory module, which these guys all survived, thank goodness, and we are ready to kick off the campaign properly now. So, quick introduction. We got Preston with us tonight, folks. We got Alex as well. We got Kaylie as always, and Mr. Paul. And why don't you guys just say a quick hello to the stream?
Hey guys.
How we doing, everybody?
Wow.
All right. So, unless we have any announcements that we need to make, we can just dive right in. Anybody? I'll wait.
Announcements? Never heard of them.
All right, very good. Well, we are starting tonight at level 3. We just rolled for some stats off stream, and we are pretty much ready to rock. So let's just dive right into Curse of Strahd. Okay. Our adventure resumes this evening in a ghost town on an eerie and quiet gravel road. Having unraveled the mystery and confronted the nightmare within, the Outliers stand bruised and battered beside the ruins of Durst Manor. It is evening, and a full moon casts a dim light behind a hazy sky. What would you guys like to do?
I'm
First
assuming-
things first. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm just assuming that I'm still unconscious.
Oh.
I forgot about that. We like shoved you out of a rat hole.
He didn't get that. He didn't get the epilogue.
All right. So first things first, I'll kind of first we'll get him off the main road, so we're kind of out of the way. And I would like to, for the first time in the campaign, cast a 2nd level spell.
All right. Well, let's see it.
And this will be a prayer of healing.
Oh shit.
So everyone regains 10 hit points.
That helps.
Oh.
All right. So you guys, you kind of get off this main road that comes through this small little town area, or small little village, you could say. And you're just kind of in between some abandoned buildings. The windows are boarded up. It's eerily quiet, but that is where you guys currently are.
All right.
Juniper.
Just quick thing. This spell takes a full 10 minutes to cast. It's not an action, so Manafaa pulls out a candle, lights it, lights a couple of his incense sticks, and starts gesturing with them again as he starts chanting, once again in the language that you all do not recognize. And 10 minutes later,
Can
magic
you still
shit.
talk during your incantation?
No, I am incanting.
While he's doing that, Juniper is doing that cat thing where she's licking her paw and going behind her ear, trying to get the goo from the monster off. But when she's done with that, she'll reach into her bag and pull out a journal encrusted with gold and jewels. Open it up, write a few quick sentences, and then put it back.
Okay.
Yeah, and Ghost already went looking for the kids that we had originally met, which was the whole reason we went into the house and couldn't find them, and had a brief conversation with Manafaa about ghost kids. And now Ghost is pacing furiously as Manafaa started to chant and really wants to say something to Manafaa, and I'm sure Manafaa keeps holding up a finger, and he's like, and he's just waiting for him to finish. Like, he has no idea what he's casting or anything like that, but it's just waiting for him to finish his spell so he can say something.
Darling, you're digging trenches with your feet. You might want to sit down.
Just keeps pacing. Then, yeah, if Manafaa finishes, then as we get healed and all of a sudden Ghost feels better, for a second, like a relief washes over his face, but then he turns kind of cold again and says, he like grabs Manafaa by the armor and is like, "What the hell did we go in there for? I'm okay risking our lives for some kids, but you and your damn scroll and ghost people, I don't know if we should be risking our skins for some damn spirits so you can write some more shit on your whatever scroll that is."
Knocking your hands aside, I go to check on Rohan. Make sure he's coming to now that he's got some healing in him.
Rohan, he looks a little bit dizzy, and he kind of like, he appreciates your concern in ways. It's like, just, you can go back to your prayers. He leans against, I guess, a tree, I imagine, sits down and goes, "Calm down, Ghost Man. It doesn't matter where we are in the realm of Barovia. Our skins are sacrificed as it is. We're risking everything just by being right here, right now." And he spits up some blood and pulls like some rat guts off of his shoulder.
I toss Rohan a water skin and turn back to Ghost.
Before you even start, Ghost turns to Rohan as well and says, "And on that note, where the fuck did you lead us? You are the worst guide I've ever heard of. Do you have some kind of accountability club, like a guide agency that I can write a complaint to and give you 1 star?"
Mind your tone, sir. Let me tell you, we are in the realm of Barovia. Lord Strahd's home. You come and go basically as he pleases. There is no decision to come here. I didn't lead you here. I could easily leave you here though, but that's beside the point. We're stuck here now, and we have to figure out a way out. Together or alone. It's up to you.
Ghost just looks at
Why would he bring us here?
Strahd?
Oh, sure.
the vampire lord himself. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know how the realm to Barovia actually opens up. I've never been here before, strangely.
So you say the door opens when the vampire wills it, otherwise we cannot leave.
Well, otherwise, you lot cannot leave. I, on the other hand, being a fabled Vistani, have the ability to just walk right on out.
What?
Or so I'm told.
Chaos.
I don't think that would be the best decision, darling. I understand self-preservation and all, but could you live with yourself if you left us behind?
Oh yeah, certainly. I
Oh,
could
well, that's wonderful.
I could definitely live with myself, but
That's
Right.
abandoning the mission, that'd be a little harder for me. No, I'm here to stay. I will help. But we gotta understand one thing. We are always at risk here. And I didn't do this, so no more pointing fingers.
To answer your first question, Ghost. Why we went in there? Because you told the children we would help. That is why.
I'm all for helping children, but I don't need to help any spirits.
Your
Is that
name
what
is
you're in this for?
Ghost.
Well, there's only one ghost I care about.
Gentlemen, are we going to continue to bicker, or are we going to try to find a way to progress at least a little bit? I don't think sitting around here fighting with each other is the best thing to do.
Neither do I, but I think sitting around resting might be. And if we bicker while
That
we
I agree with.
rest, is better than fist fighting on the road.
Concur. I need a moment to place the events of the last few hours out of my head. Ugh.
Rohan, how do we get out of here? You got us in this mess.
Listen, Ghost Man. I've told you before. I have no control over how and when we go into Barovia. All I can tell you is that as a Vistani, I can leave. That's it. Our best bet is to possibly find Strahd, or maybe one of his henchmen, and find out that there's more information to get you all out of here.
Better than nothing.
Do we know
That's
of
all we
Strahd?
have.
Does Ghost know of Strahd?
Make a history check. And by the way, would you guys like to be trying to take a rest at this time? A short or long rest?
You said
I
it's
feel like we've already
evening, yeah?
bickered for half an hour, so yes.
Yeah, it is evening. It's hard to tell kind of what stage of the evening it is. Your perception of time kind of got distorted while you were within Durst Manor. And so you don't really have a good read on how much of the nighttime is left. However, since you've been out of the manor, it has been quiet, other than like, maybe like a wolf howl in the far distance, or just other creepy sounds from kind of the woods surrounding. But you get the sense you could take kind of whatever rest you wanted to take in this place.
I'm thinking perhaps we rest for a short while here and then move out of the town to find a place to take a longer one. I do not like this town.
I agree.
Sound logic, yes.
Although having four walls might be safer than being in the woods. I don't know where we are. I've been in some pretty dangerous woods before.
That is true, but if the walls are like the ones we just exited,
Do you have some kind of a weird, fucked up connection with the ghost world, Manafaa?
Me? No,
Yeah,
why
you.
would I?
What is that scroll you keep writing in? Like, especially those cursed. You wrote that cursed baby in your scroll, didn't you?
I did.
Why would you do that? That baby tried to kill us and is nothing but trouble.
Because the dead must be catalogued.
What do you mean cataloged?
Recorded. Noted down.
And you're just writing
what
down
end?
names?
To what end? So that the... Okay. Sitting down and leaning against something. Where do the dead go when they die?
The realm of
You-
the
Up or
god?
down? 3 different answers from 3 different people. Simultaneously.
All kind of correct. In the event that a soul is sold to a devil, they will go to the city. I do not know the name. They go where they make deal to go. If one has faith, the soul will move into the realm of the god. When that person dies, the god claims the soul and brings them into their realm. Who keeps track of this? Who records the details of where a soul goes when it dies? And the identity of that soul is very important.
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, I'm asking you who.
The gods?
I'm assuming yourself, considering everything we've seen.
You can't account for all those lost souls. You're good, Manafaa, but doubtful that good.
I assist. Who is the god of the dead?
Does Ghost know that?
Like, yeah, can Juniper check and see if she knows that?
Sure. I'll have to check if I know that too.
I'll whisper it to you, Brad.
Yeah, make some religion checks.
3.
Ghost, you have no idea.
believe
I know
And
that
you,
god.
Juniper. Just to go back 1 second, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, Ghost, the name Strahd kind of seems familiar now that you think about it, but you can't quite put a finger on where you've heard the name before, but you have heard it.
Just heard it and no details.
Related to your studies, but it's very hazy about the particulars. Please continue.
So, the dead, they definitely go to the god Tempest. I know the god of death is obviously Tempest, right?
No, that is incorrect.
No.
Kilim,
Talos, that's what I meant. Talos.
Kelimvor,
Oh.
Lord of the dead and Judge of the damned. Kelimvor is served by another god, the Lord of the end of everything, who records the details of all of the souls Kelimvor passes judgment upon. That is who I serve.
What's the name?
Jergol.
Hmm.
In this mission of yours, if it comes down to recording names in your scroll or caring for the person next to you, seeing if they can survive. Which do you choose?
I think I have made that fairly obvious so far. None of
Don't
you
really
are
know you
dead.
that well, so. This is a bad day. This is a bad day.
Juniper will reach down to her belt, take out a flask, and hand it to you, Ghost. I find this helps.
Is it any good? Not that it
Um,
matters.
What you got there, Juniper?
I believe I can. Can I say what it is over the stream, or do you want me to whisper it? Does it even matter?
Oh, please, just you can say.
That is a little thing called Elverquest. Picked it up in Waterdeep.
Okay. Ghost is surprised when he takes a swig. He was looking for something functional, and I'm assuming it tastes really good.
Very
Yeah.
fruity, very light.
Well, he stops chugging it and says,
Mhm.
and feels a little, you see a little patch of brightness in his non-green eye, and he chucks it back. Thank you. This is really good.
Got a few options if you ever need a bit of a nip.
God, I would kill to be in Waterdeep right now.
Really?
Or anywhere.
Oh, that I agree with.
Anywhere but here.
On that note, we could have played Waterdeep Dragon Heist. That was one of the options here, guys. Just gonna point it out
Ghost,
there.
Ghost longs to be a character in Waterdeep Dragon Heist for the next
Maybe
8 hours.
in an alternate timeline.
All right, guys. Should we take a rest here or in the woods?
I was about to ask
Sleeping.
if we could roll a hit dice, if that would be acceptable.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a short rest, roll some hit dice for sure, and then it's up to you what you guys want to do.
It's evening, you said?
It is evening, correct?
Rohan, what do you suggest? You're the guide.
Well, I do suggest it's probably best we find ourselves off this road. Probably best to make camp outside of the town. I would assume. But land of Barovia it's unknown to me. So 50-50 could be worse. Could be actually better. But I'll tell you one thing I'd like to do. Before we actually even bother with sleeping, I'd like to figure out where we are and what this town is.
It's not a bad idea, actually. Shall we do a bit of a perusal?
Lead the way.
All right, you're gonna walk around this little area then, and just try and look at sights and signs and things.
Try to get our bearings. Should we roll
Town names.
investigation or?
Yeah. How about just some perception checks for me?
Okay.
Can I aid Manafaa, or are we all making perceptions?
If you'd like to help, that's fine. Manafaa, if you want to roll again.
I will help Manafaa because I'm yelling in his ear about dead people still.
You're like
And pointing out stuff.
And not helping.
Is
Still
that
got-
a ghost over there? I fucking hate ghosts.
So this little slice of heaven has seen its better days for sure. Where there were once signs and things like that, maybe posted above doorways, they're long worn out and illegible. This is like the saddest little place you could ever imagine this time. And there's really only like a couple dozen structures kind of set up along the road, not too many banks on either direction. And one sign in particular does stand out to you, and it's towards the direction for which you would be heading. and it says Old Svalich Road, and it has a sign leading that way to the west.
Svalich. Svalitch or CH?
CH.
Svalich. Old Svalich Road. So this is just a little abandoned town, but it sounds like there's a way to somewhere else. Is there a mile marker? Come on!
Yeah, it's a 17. It says 17. It's so if you break down, you can call AAA. They'll know where to find you. But you don't have a cart, a horse, and a buggy, so.
Plus my subscription to AAA is 6 months overdue. So, damn it.
All right, guys, what are we gonna do?
All right, we have a road. Perhaps we sleep and then follow the road in the morning.
Sleeping in the town. Honestly, it's the only place familiar, and the woods, they don't give me a comfortable feeling. We could find a little nook, cranny, and alleyway, perhaps. At least 2 people awake at all times. Keep an eye out.
It works for me.
Fair enough.
So you don't want to go into any of the structures, correct?
I don't think so.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
In what proximity to the ruins of Durst Manor would you like to stay?
Far.
Furthest possible.
All right. Well, you guys walking away from like if you were coming out the front door of Durst Manor, you just continue that way, and there's like a couple other banks of houses, and yeah, you find a little cozy spot in between a few structures. Kind of provides you some cover from a few directions, so makes you feel comfy.
Okay.
I don't mind taking first watch. Anyone want to join me?
I will join you. I have
Delightful.
several things I must do. Also, I know you all have had trouble with my name. If it is easier, you may call me Mana.
Ah,
Stamana.
what color mana are you?
Black. Assuming we are
Swamp.
using Magic the Gathering rules.
That was right. Manafaa. Either one. Ghost goes to sleep.
All right.
Gets out his bedroll. Passes out. Long fucking day.
Sounds good. Who's taking watch tonight? We'll do 2 watches.
Juniper
again.
and
Yeah. Rohan and Ghost on second watch.
Juniper Mana on first.
All right.
Good.
Cool. So, Manafaa, Juniper, whenever you wish, go ahead and make some perception checks for me.
Natural 20 for 25 total.
Oh, Lord. Juniper staring at a wall.
Yeah. Juniper is trying very hard to just use her hearing element of a perception. Just like,
I mean,
Manafaa, it is so quiet that you feel like you would hear like a twig snap for a mile. You feel very, very confident in your assessment of the security of this campsite.
Excellent. DM question.
Yes.
So, the name Delilah of the ghost that apparently I helped demanifest in the house. I added that to my scroll. Tonight, when I check, did the thing happen? Or did the thing not happen?
The thing did not happen, much to your surprise. Although you would have definitely expected it to.
Shit.
When you close your eyes, and previously you would be able to have this sense would come over you, and you would just follow it, and visions would start to well up, and you would just like see it, this process taking place until ultimately it would end, and there would be like a sense of completion, and then you would feel you can rest now that your duty is complete. This time, as you close your eyes and meditate on these feelings, about half of the process occurs. You start to follow it, and then it seems to like hit this wall in your mind, and it like kind of startles you because that's never happened before. And you close your eyes once more and try and just see it through, and again it just like it stops dead in its tracks about halfway, and it's deeply unsettling.
This place is wrong.
While he's brooding, at least from Juniper's perspective, I would like to bring my mage hand back out. You mentioned last time that it now looks like a skeletal hand. I would kind of like to twitch it around and try to see if I can figure out why it now looks like this.
Make an Arcana check, and a skeletal hand, it would be like a kitten's paw, right? Usually.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a skeleton, a skeletal hand of a skeletal kitten's paw. That's what I'm trying to say.
So gross, but so
Carol
cute.
Carol Baskins would not approve of this campaign already.
It's very peculiar indeed. Very surprising why this effect would be taking place, and the best you can guess based off of the information that Rohan has given, it must have something to do with your current location, the current domain within which you reside.
Mom. Place. Not good.
I
Not good.
agree. The whole place is wrong. This is... I do not like it.
Silent. Kind of straight up.
I think you were, you cut in and out a little bit there. I think just...
Am I still here?
Yeah.
I think Juniper just kind of stares straight ahead, acknowledges Mana, but just kind of starts getting lost in her own head.
Despite it not working, I would like to use some time on the rest of the watch to go through the cult book that we got that you said had names of victims recorded in it.
Sure. Yeah.
And start transferring those to the scroll.
Okay.
And I'll do that for the remainder of the watch.
Yeah, sounds good. I think you'd be able to mark down maybe like a quarter of the names. It's a pretty extensive book, so you can mark down that progress.
Excellent, thank you.
All right. Well, your guys' watch ends uneventful. You wake up Rohan and Ghost for their watch. What would you fellas like to do during this time?
Ghost starts undoing both of his gauntlet bracers and kind of digs in his pack and gets out like almost like a hex key tool and starts to open some of his bracers, and you see some like gears and stuff start to be exposed as he takes off some plates, and he gets out some brushes and some oil and like little Q-tip type things, and he starts messing, kind of cleaning and taking care of the bracers that he has with all these these gears and crazy things exposed. That actually only Manafaa saw it in action.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that is a routine which you are well familiar with. So it's sort of meditative process just to go through all those steps like you've done so many times before. How about you, Rohan?
So first, oh my God, these dogs.
Yeah.
Rohan's all looking around. You hear that?
I just got there too.
So first, I'm gonna.
Are you looking out, Rohan? Because I am not. I'm assisting you.
Rolling perception. That's gonna say. First, I roll perception.
All right, there's a pack of wolves right next to you. Same as before, it's been very, very quiet.
Okay. And just as an extra precaution, I will do primeval awareness. So for about a mile, I can tell if there's any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, or fiends, or undead.
Within a mile, there is undead.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I let Ghost know that within our area there are some undead, but it's likely that they are in the houses. So as long as we keep a low profile, we should be fine. And I'm gonna take out my mess kit and grill some fish.
All right, sweet.
Ghost, would you fancy some fish?
Yeah. As you start to do that, Ghost is like torn between like messing with his arm, and he's like looking over to you and back, and he's like, and he just closes it up and is like, well, if you're offering,
Of course.
I guess I could upgrade your review to like 2 stars. I mean, we get a dinner and everything. I mean, you did bring us to the shittiest place I can imagine, but
I'm not even
at
gonna
least we
try.
get dinner.
I'm just gonna grill the fish. Yeah.
All right, if you want to make a roll and see how good your fish is, feel free.
Shit. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Probably a. Do you cook with your heart or with your head?
Oh, definitely my head.
All right, make an intelligence check. See how
Just
well
intellect or skills?
you remember your granny's cookbook. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's it's a solid meal. It's a solid meal.
Salted butter.
And you guys haven't had like a good meal. Like, you remember that nice spread that was in Durst Manor? Maybe kind of longing that you would have had some of that goodness, but
We wish we did. Probably
This
would
is
have been
pretty
cursed,
good.
though.
Rohan, where'd you learn to cook?
Yeah, where any boy learns to cook, out on the roads with his uncle while trying to fight monsters. Basically, just normal stuff, you know.
Yeah, just fighting monsters. Everyone does that with their uncle.
Yeah, my uncle was a
Kind
bastard.
of what? Your uncle was a bastard,
Oh,
and
indeed.
you were fighting monsters together.
Mhm.
What kind of monsters did you fight? hear those wolves?
Yeah, I do hear them. I think we should keep very quiet.
Fair enough. And Ghost says, "I'll be right back," and just turns and walks about 30 or so yards into the woods.
Okay.
Oh.
Not the woods, but around a corner, like until he feels like he's out of eye shot. Yeah, I forgot we're in town and not in the.
Ghost
Yeah,
goes.
he just
my-
goes
back.
out of earshot and eye shot when he feels kind of out of Rohan's awareness, and gets out his little vial again out of his hip pouch and kind of looks at it again, gives it a shake, eyeballs it, and then takes off the cork, puts it on his pinky finger.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Seven.
All right. So it's like a ticking time bomb waiting for this to hit your system, and when it finally does, your stomach lurches so dramatically that you immediately start yakking up the fish that you just ate, and it's like
Oh,
it's constricting so hard, like your abs are like physically sore by how hard your stomach has been flipped upside down, and you're shaking, and you start to sweat. And you have like this episode that takes place over 2 minutes time. You're just on your hands and knees and ultimately like end up in a fetal position.
Brad, can I roll for a medicine check?
I'm gonna say he's out of sight for all this. If
Even with all his hacking and I
I do suppose it would be pretty obvious to do that. Yeah. Sure. Go ahead and make a medicine check. Are you gonna rush over and observe him, or just try to like
figure out if I know if he's like doping or something, since I assume those things wouldn't be stranger to me.
like smacking his arm?
He's got
What's
his
going
arm
on?
tied off with a needle right next to him. Ooh.
All right. Well, you can tell for sure that he became suddenly violently ill, and you're fairly confident it wasn't because of the fish that you made.
Okay, fair enough.
So you would definitely be suspicious, I guess, of something that he must have ingested other than your fish.
You okay back there, ghost man? Okay. Okay.
I'm good. Never been better.
Make a deception check.
With super disadvantage.
Roll 3
Ghost-
times. Take the lowest.
Well, if you wait like 2 minutes, Ghost eventually comes around the corner and kind of is trying to put on a resolve that he's fine, but is kind of like clutching the, like limping as he comes around the building side and takes a deep breath and kind of looks at you and then looks away and goes and sits kind of in on the side of Manafaa and Juniper, kind of on the other side, and just stares.
Relax here, ghost man. I'm going to do a quick patrol, and I'll be back. And Rohan's
Fair
just
enough.
gonna see if he can find anything else, just a sign or something telling them where they're at. But I don't expect that he'll find anything. He's just giving Ghost some space.
Sure. Well, in that case, I won't have you roll then.
Okay.
Just take a little stroll, see the sights, and it's not too long while you're out, kind of looking around. That sort of the sky begins to lighten a bit, and the morning is upon you. So you guys all stir awake and fully rested and healed level 3 people. And what would you like to do? The day is yours.
There's a lot of wolves out there.
Lovely.
Did they replace all roosters with wolves in Barovia?
Are
What
you
do you
talking
all
to
think?
someone like they would know?
Oh.
What do you all think? Do we follow the road?
Have any other lead? Anyone have any better ideas?
Just we follow the Svalich Road.
Very well.
Whatever gets us out of this shitty place.
All right. Well, you pack up your camp gear and get ready to get on out of this little village, and you head on down the Old Svalich Road. The road which came through this village was gravel, and it quickly returns again to just be a muddy kind of road. And as you walk down, you see black pools of water that stand like dark mirrors in and around the roadway. There are giant trees looming on both sides of the road, and it's with the fog covering ahead or above, rather. Their branches seem to claw at the mist. You continue forward this way for some time, about a half hour, 45 minutes, when finally ahead you see jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road are high stone buttresses, looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. On either side of the gates, there are two headless statues of armed guardians flanking on either side. And their heads are now lying among the weeds at their feet, and they greet you only with silence. And as you approach, the gates swing open, and the hinges screech as they move.
God.
Here's a little handout to show you that.
Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
my god, those are a lot bigger than I thought they were.
Yes, massive,
I-
massive. And if you take a glance behind you, the fog seems to spill out of the forest and swallow up the road.
Shit.
Barovia knows we're here.
I think it's time for you to earn another star, Rohan. You going first?
Yes. And Rohan will proceed first through the gates after rolling perception, of course.
Yeah, definitely. This area doesn't seem to have any danger for you, but it is quite ominous as you walk through and just kind of like look up at these statues towering on either side. Like I've never walked through a scenario like this and had good things waiting on the other side. Like
I will follow Rohan. I will go second.
all right.
Ghost really lingers like 30 feet behind. It's like, no one's following us, guys.
That isn't it? And I'll tail Mana.
Ghost, come
Right.
on, you don't want to become your namesake.
As you look back at Ghost, like the fog seems to be like approaching him and actually like engulfing him. Like these little wisps are like claws.
Ooh.
Ghost looks back and is like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" And he starts like running and catches up and it's like, yeah, God, fucking spirits everywhere. Ugh.
If you hate them so much, why did you take that as your name?
I didn't take it as my name.
Your parents gave you the name Ghost?
Ghost actually does laugh at that. Says, no. That would be hilarious. No. Wow. Actually, when I first got the name, yeah, I mean, kids in my neighborhood just were calling me Ghost all the time when I was growing up. Do you know of Kalimshan?
Kalimshan. Is that a place or a god?
It's a place.
It is not south, is it? I do not think I know of it.
It's very far south, actually.
Oh.
It's the southernmost point of Faerun.
Oh. Then perhaps you are more knowledgeable of my people than you think.
Perhaps. Well, yeah, my mother was from Kalimshan, and I grew up in Baldur's Gate in the outer city, the poor parts, and yeah, there's a nice little section of that called Little Kalimshan, and everyone from Kalimshan has really brown skin, and my dad being from Baldur's Gate, I had a little bit lighter skin. They all called me Ghost.
Do I believe what this man is saying?
If you'd like to make rolls for that, I'll allow you to do so as you see fit.
Go for it.
I will mention as you're having this conversation.
Wow.
Ooh,
Oh
I
my
got a nat 20.
goodness!
We got both nat 20s.
Do we default to modifier then? Like, does it, if we both got nat 20s, does it go to actual total?
I'm sure.
I'm not sure how to adjudicate this situation.
I think it would. I think it would just turn into a standard roll.
Well,
What's your pool
either
total?
way, Manafaa gets the vibes that Ghost is telling the truth.
All right.
All right, sounds good. That's why I'm happy I can just like tag in another DM in our group. You figure it out. Thanks.
That was cool. I've never seen that before.
Hopefully nothing of
Funny.
consequence actually needs a roll, natural 20 later. All right. So as you guys are having this conversation, you are well and truly in the Svalich woods. There are towering trees, and the tops are lost in the heavy gray mist. They block out all but a deathly gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. Manafaa, after your conversation, there became a lull in your conversation with Ghost. You catch the scent of death on the air.
Can I follow it?
Absolutely. So, Ghost, you follow the stench of death, and it leads you about 15 feet off of the main road. There in some underbrush, you find a human corpse, half buried. It appears to be a young man. He has pretty simple clothes on. His clothes are very muddy, They're torn and they're raked with claw marks. You can tell that crows have been at the body, and the body's surrounded by paw prints. And this man has obviously been dead for several days. Within one of his hands, he holds a crumpled envelope.
I would like to retrieve the envelope.
I will give you the envelope.
Manafaa, you just kind of ran into the woods. Is everything okay?
There is a corpse.
Oh,
It has an
good.
envelope. I am retrieving it.
Ghost shoots the corpse just to make sure.
You know I can tell when something is undead, Ghost. All you have to do is ask.
Roll to hit if you actually want to shoot it.
I actually do.
All right.
Ghost is very paranoid about. He's never really encountered undead shit before, and is very off kilter right now. 16.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Imagine spray some guts on Manafaa.
9.
All right. So as soon as Manafaa reaches down to grab this envelope from the man's hand, like a crossbow bolt comes right through his temple, like goes all the way. Just kind of like squirt, like some blood shoots out the other side.
A bit of brain.
Causes you to pause briefly, Manafaa.
You're welcome. And I turn and start walking back.
Oh, protect me from the ignorant, and I will grab the envelope. And do a quick prayer. Not doing the full ceremony or anything, just a quick prayer over the body as I go back with the letter. I assume.
All right. So on this letter, there's a wax seal, and it has a large B set into it.
I would like to use just like a little pocket knife, and as carefully as I can, I want to maintain the seal. I don't want to. I want to just kind of like slide it off so that I can have it as a reference.
Okay. I'd say maybe make a sleight of hand check or a dexterity check, whatever.
16.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're able to preserve this seal. By the way, if the cursive is too difficult to read, I personally wouldn't be able to read that. It has the plain text right underneath it.
All right. I will remove the contents of the envelope.
Do we keep walking, or are you sharing with us what?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's in your journal.
I'm used to things automatically popping up, but it only does that if you show all players.
Right. So, about 30 seconds after you discover this body and Manafaa returns to you, you do hear some howling of wolves in the distance.
Perhaps we keep moving and I read as we move. Yes?
Fantastic idea.
What is that, Manafaa?
It is a letter. Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead, and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves, and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. Kolyan Indirovich, Burgomaster. Looks like you were right, Rohan.
Can't we can also see the letter?
Yeah, we'll let people take a look at it if they would like to.
Yeah. I clicked show players. Can you guys see that now?
See nothing.
Nope.
You can't see it. All right. I clicked it again. Can you see it now?
No.
Oh, man.
That's okay.
All right. I'll put it in all
Read
of
it
your
to us again.
journals. Take the scenic route here. Alright,
As
it's
Ghost
in all of your
takes a
journals.
look at I see it. As Ghost takes a look at it, he also notes kind of the handwriting and just takes note of it and remembers it. It doesn't look familiar, I'm assuming.
Correct.
He still just takes note of it.
I think it's worth noting that it does appear to be like finely written, being being well versed in calligraphy. This sort of writing is that of nobles, well studied individual.
Not being an expert in things like paper and parchment, but having a very old book and a very old scroll that I am relatively familiar with. How old does this piece of paper look? Like, can I get an idea of how long it has been sitting here? Because the body has only been dead for, you said, a couple of days.
How old is the piece of paper itself?
Yeah, just like how long has it been sitting out here? Is it like
I might be able to if you're inquiring out loud, Manafaa, I might be able to ascertain when it was written. It's possible.
okay, I will let Ghost do his thing.
All right. Would you like to investigate that, Ghost?
I would love to if Manafaa's asking. I'll kind of take a look at it and kind of smear a little bit of the ink and see if I can figure out how old it is.
Sure. Yeah, so you examine it closely, a series of tests. And yeah, it seems to have been written a few short days ago, by what you can tell. It's not faded at all. Perhaps smudges in certain places, but the envelope as well is kind of like damp with the dew of the morning, maybe previous days of rain, things like that. But it seems to be recently written.
Manafaa, this isn't old. That was a smart thought. This could be years old, but it appears to be only a few days old.
Well, this is good. This is good.
A
Is it
few
good?
wolves howl out a little bit closer at this time.
Okay, time to go. We can talk about the letter later.
You scared of a few dogs, Kitty. After being so long without provoking Juniper Jet.
Juniper's ears go down and she just hisses. It says nothing and just starts marching forward.
All right.
Rohan,
yeah.
it talks about riches in Barovia. Is that true?
Oh yes, Barovia used to be a great land of great wealth, but this reads like a warning, if anything, I assume.
This reads like a suicide note. Give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. These people have given up. I assume we are all following Juniper at this point.
Yeah, right. We're we're just muttering amongst this letter. And we're like, but it does say there is much wealth entrapped in this community. Not that I care, but it does say that. I was just confirming whether that might be true.
All right. Well, you guys continue along the Old Svalich Road for another half hour, 45 minutes or so, when finally you reach a clearing. It appears you are now departing the woods, and finally some fields open up before you, and you are traveling west. So on your left side, the first thing you notice is there is a river running through this valley. The river flows as clear as a blue winter sky. It looks very, very nice in contrast with the dour, dark landscape all around it. It's about 50 feet wide. As you look up to the north, it's a very foggy morning, but the first little glimpses of sunlight are kind of coming. The fog's clearing out a bit. And off in the distance, you see kind of like up on the horizon, a little bit of mist has burnt off, revealing these spires and this ominous castle perched above the hill. And for the first time, you take note of that. And as your eyes kind of come down closer to you, you see some shapes begin to stick out and a few wisps of smoke rising into the air. Appears to be a village in the shadow of this castle looming above.
How far away does this castle look?
It looks a good distance. I'd say a couple miles.
First things first. I go to the river and refill my water skin.
Okay, sure. The river isn't exactly close to the road. You have to kind of go like a couple hundred yards off the beaten path to get down there. But if that's indeed what you'd like to do, you can go ahead and do that.
Yep.
The river does look very nice, crystal clear water.
I will, if other people want their water skins filled, just collect everybody's water skin. Go down, fill them all up.
Juniper will follow him down. She just kind of wants to get a little water and splash it on her face. She's probably still a little gooey.
Still?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so the night before when you were trying to clean yourself, it was like you would just like get a bunch of sludge off the side of your head and then like kind of lick it and then just like keep going, and it would just be like the most disgusting little bath session imaginable.
Constitution saving throw.
He's
So
no.
yeah, a little dip in the river might be where it's at for you.
After I fill the water skins, I would like to use a first level spell to cast Purify Food and Drink on the water, and then I'm good.
Very good. Yes, there is no longer E. coli or dangerous bacteria in the water.
Excellent.
Cool.
And Juniper, you're able to kind of just dip in a shallow part and kind of wash up a little bit. And although it's a little uncomfortable being in the water for obvious reasons, you're able to stand it, and it makes you feel quite fresh.
Manafaa, don't go too far, please. Just stay, just in case.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Damn, those wolves are loud.
Right? So, Rohan has been studying this castle for a while. Does it look familiar? Would I recognize it?
You would absolutely recognize this castle from the many, many stories told around campfires from your family. This would 100% be Castle Ravenloft and the home of the Dreadlord Strahd von Zarovich.
Okay. Well, when everybody collects back, I'll let them know.
Rohan, you're looking at that castle a lot. Where the hell are we?
I'll tell you in a minute, Ghostman.
The rest of the party meets up with you at this time.
Oh, great! You're all here. Okay, so this castle that is looming over us and the rest of this land is the definitive home of the Dreadlord Strahd. This is his abode. Quaint, isn't it? Rohan like
Odd-
spits on the ground when he said his name.
was oddly easy to find.
Well,
So we just go in the castle and kill him, and then we go home. Is that...
no.
'Cause I'm down with that if that's what we have to do.
You would like to fight a 400-year-old vampire?
What
Please,
the hell? Vampire? Those aren't real.
Lord
I read
Strahd is
about them.
the undead vampire lord of Barovia. It is indeed real. That's not a myth.
You mean like the books I read? My mom read to me as a kid? Vampire lords? That's real?
Yeah, Iowa.
You
Well,
really have
how
never
hard?
encountered any of the undead, have you?
Mhm. No. I mean, I've killed a lot of people, if that counts, but I didn't see any spirits jumping out of their bodies.
It is not a common thing, but it does happen.
Yeah, everyone I killed stayed dead, so let's just go find Strahd and I'll put a bolt in him, and maybe that will solve our problems.
Rohan, um, I don't know about you. Actually, that is a good point. How would you, if we were to walk up to castle right now, how would you approach that situation? Would you put a bolt in him, or would you try to talk?
I would probably be on my knees and pleading for mercy and ask him kindly if he'd let us go back home before he drained us of all of our blood and used our skins as a kind of cloak.
Hmm.
Should approach somewhere in the middle. Offer
Yeah.
our services. He clearly wants us here for a reason. See what we can do to help, and
It's
maybe he'll give us back.
possible he has called us, although, like I've said before, I'm not too sure if it was him or somebody else is doing.
True. Even so, he probably could use assistance in something.
And
Exchange
make
for goods and services.
yes, and make no mistake, he knows we're here. I guarantee it. You see the bats and all the wolves? Spies.
Spies.
Nice.
Wonderful.
You think this Strahd can be negotiated with?
I think he's bored, and I think he is an eternal vampire, which, they get bored of just aimlessly killing all the time. So possible, yes.
Ghost goes out in the woods and he like breaks a branch and he starts sharpening it.
Why is that?
Isn't that? I read about that, right? We just shove a wooden thing into him and he's dead.
I'm not sure you would know that, Ghost.
Okay. Metagame. I assume that wasn't. I assume that wasn't the right way in D&D.
Contemporary
Castle or head to the
vampire lore.
village?
I
All right,
have
Ghost
an
D&D.
idea.
Yes, darling.
Maybe we ignore the castle. We go to the town instead. And then if this Lord Strahd is the one who brought us here, he will reach out to us and say, hey, why have you not come to my castle?
This is a fair point.
And if it is somebody else, maybe they reach out and say, hey, why have you not fucking, I don't know, swim down the river? I don't know.
So, you essentially want us to get comfortable and wait for someone to come to us?
Regardless, sweetness, we have to get comfortable anyways. We're not leaving this land without a permission or some type of divine intervention.
I do not know that divine intervention would help.
A little more tempted to go straight to the most powerful thing here. But if you want to wait...
It's just an idea. We have miles to walk before it matters, so we can always keep walking and discuss on the road.
Rohan, do you know what village this is?
Oh wait, the village that they're at now?
Isn't there a smoky village in front of us?
Yeah, just off to the north, kind of in the shadow of Castle Ravenloft. Rohan, you would definitely know, based off the descriptions, that this is the village named Barovia.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, yeah, this is the village of Barovia, and this is Castle Ravenloft, so from here we could go, I believe, west to Krezik. I don't think we'll find anything in the village of Barovia though, but it's worth checking out. It's up to you all.
I mean, according to that note, there's really nothing left of the village.
But there's smoke rising from it.
Like I said, nothing left.
Oh, is it destroyed smoke or is it like campfire smoke or chimney
Looks
smoke?
like chimney smoke.
I think if we head to the village, at worst, is gone. But at best, we get hot breakfast.
I'm all for hot breakfast.
Tempting.
That sounds good.
So avoid the castle altogether and go to town to breakfast? Yeah?
Approach with caution, but yes, hot breakfast sounds lovely.
Yeah, I mean, killing Strahd sounds like a thing to get us back home, but maybe gathering some intel first or getting to know the locals might tip us off how to better kill him.
If you are so hell-bent on killing a 400-year-old vampire, then yes, probably getting a bit more information would behoove you. So
I just want to get home. I don't really care. But most of the time I find that killing things is the way to get your way.
Unless you're killing the only thing with the power to get us home, in which case you've just fucked up.
That's a good point.
Yes, dear.
Talk, then kill. Okay, fine.
Sure.
So as you stand right outside of maybe like a quarter mile outside of the woods, you do hear some howling of wolves kind of behind you.
Okay,
Spies.
village time. Village, let's go. Juniper starts walking.
Okay.
I will follow.
We follow.
All right. So you guys head up north. There's a dirt road which leads up to the village, and soon enough there are tall shapes that loom out of the mist and fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. I got some ambiance for you guys. Probably be relieved to get away from those wolves. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for a mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. And there, as you look up on one of the buildings on your left, there's a single raven perched atop one of the houses, kind of just staring at you guys. It lingers for a moment, kind of lifts off, and flies towards the town square area a short distance down the way.
I would like to follow that bird.
Okay.
Is that the direction that the cries are coming from?
It is indeed, yeah. So, as you guys enter the village of Barovia, the main road runs from the west to the east. So you guys are traveling east now into the village. The bird, once you reach the square, the bird flew over one particular building to your left. And you look and you see a sign, and it reads, Blood of the Vine Tavern. On the other side of the street, you see, with another chimney and smoke coming out of it, a building called Bildrath's Mercantile. And the sobbing seems to be coming from the house beyond the Mercantile. So you guys are standing in this square now. Also, take a look at this ambiance picture. It'll give you kind of an idea of what the village of Barovia looks like architecturally.
Is there really that hanging person?
And there's just a hanging person. No, there's not a hanging person.
No, not
Sorry,
anywhere.
If you
I don't know.
could repeat the
So
names
creepy.
of the
It's so
tavern and the
creepy.
mercantile.
Yes, the tavern is called Blood of the Vine. And the other one is called Bildrath's Mercantile. Bildrath.
Well, I'm going to try and rustle up some drinks. So, see you fine
What about
lads
that?
and lasses later.
What about that crying sound?
Yeah. Everybody in Barovia cries. Get used to it.
That's true. That's probably true.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about food. If that led us to be believed the crying is normal. I'll
It's
join you.
pretty much like by default, it's just like, but then every once in a while, it's like,
Does it
Does
sound like the
Oh.
same person each
Yeah.
time?
That
It
sounds
does
like
sound like the same person, and it is muffled. They're presumably within one of the houses, residents nearby.
Does it sound like pain cries, like somebody who has been injured? I'm more than happy to roll insight to try and tell that.
Yeah, do that. Pain, but more like a broken heart.
Okay.
wow, that was a good insight check. Based on the cries, it's a
I mean-
broken heart.
Well,
Yeah.
it's sad weeping, not like I just stepped on a rusty nail.
Yeah. Sorrowful.
Lost
Yeah,
my
I
leg.
got it. Like,
Ah!
based on that insight check, you know that she got divorced one day ago. And
Otherwise, you're like, fuck my fucking leg. Ah!
like, wow, you can tell that from the tears? Manafaa, wow.
He's an insightful guy. All right. So, Rohan, you're heading to the Blood on the Vine then?
I'll head
I'm
inside
too.
there.
So is Juniper.
Yep.
Okay. All of you to the Blood of the Vine?
I'm not. Do their thing.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, as you approach the Blood of the Vine Tavern, there's a single shaft of light that kind of illuminates the main square a little bit. Its brightness looks like a solid pillar in the foggy morning. Above the gaping doorway hangs a sign that's precariously askew, and that is where it is proclaimed, "This is the Blood of the Vine Tavern." As you enter this place, it's about a 60-foot square building. You walk in, and there's a blazing fire in the hearth, and it's moderately warm. And you see, there's a few people in this room. It seems like it's kind of maybe getting closer to like mid-morning, afternoon by this point. By the way, in this room, there is a man. He is behind the bar, kind of like cleaning glasses. There is a group of 3 women around a table wearing bright, flamboyant clothing, kind of just enjoying their time. And then off in one corner is a young man sitting by himself, kind of sipping on his wine. He's got kind of blonde hair, and he's a pretty handsome guy. Rohan, being the first to enter this place, the 3 women look at you, and they actually, one of them does a double take, and she stands up and she goes, "Oh, bless my eyes! Is it not Grigory Mihai?"
Yes, it is actually Rohan Mihai, but close. Hello, sister.
Rohan, I've not met you. You must be related to Grigory.
Somewhere down the line, yes.
The great beast slayer. Oh man, I knew his business was finished here. I would be so shocked to see him again.
I mean, I'd be pretty shocked too. I wish he was here.
Well, Rohan, what brings you here?
I actually am not terribly sure myself. I believe it was Strahd. I
Oh.
don't say that name out loud.
We refer to him as the devil around here.
The devil.
Voldemort.
The devil called us here, I believe. I don't want to think that, but that's why I'm here now.
Well, surely you're here to get your great kill and be on your way. What are you hunting? Come on, tell me. The devil himself?
Perhaps. Is that even possible?
Oh, I guess anything's possible, but who knows for sure. By the way, I shouldn't be so rude.
Oh,
My
yeah.
name is Mirabelle. This is Alenka, and this is Sorvia. They are older Vistani women. They have different kind of piercings. Some of them have like several piercings on like one ear and like one in their nose and like maybe some hoop earrings. and some of them have like some tattoos you can kind of see, and some of them are kind of concealed a little bit. And as I say, very flamboyant and colorful clothing. And Mirabelle says, "We're the owners of this tavern here. Please allow us to get you a drink, Rohan."
Cheers! And these are my compatriots: Juniper Jet, Slayer of Babies, evil babies, very
Ooh.
dangerous babies, not like sensitive babies. And this
Okay.
is Ghost. He's a crazy man, but he's a good fighter. Yes.
Well, very pleased to make your acquaintance. Any friend of a Mihai is a friend of us. These people are quite notable, don't you know? Speaking to Juniper and Ghost.
Darling, I didn't know he was this notable to be known in these parts.
Well, I wouldn't have recognized him, but he looks just like Grigori. These Mihais are fearsome beast slayers. Grigori, I remember, slayed a werewolf a few years back. It was quite impressive. And then he was on his way.
The life of the road.
I have changed my mind at this point. I will follow them into the tavern.
All right.
And my other compatriot, Manafaa. Ladies, treat this one with great respect. He's a good guy.
Absolutely. Well, Mirabelle yells back, "Eric, we'll take 4 wines, please, for our guests. Please, take a seat." The barkeep, you look over, and he is a pudgy little man wearing very simple, plain clothes. And as you observed him before this order was placed, he was kind of just mindlessly cleaning glasses one after the next until he's called. And he kind of looks up and just like kind of acknowledges the request with a blank stare, and takes the order for the drinks and places them on the side of the bar. And he goes back, promptly returning to clean the glasses. You guys watch him clean like one more glass, and then he goes back and starts cleaning the glasses again, like the ones he's clearly already cleaned. And Mirabelle says, "Wow, what a motley bunch you are. This is quite the sight to see in Barovia. You guys are going to stick out. Even more than us with our clothing."
Do you have many of my lineage here?
That would be Tiefling, right?
Correct.
I've only seen one Tiefling before. I saw him very briefly and never saw him again. We get adventurers through here somewhat frequently. Seems every year or two a party wanders in and never hear from him again.
How do they
But
get
that won't be the case with you guys. Come on, let's drink. Let's celebrate. New friends. And she raises one of her cups, and so do the ladies beside.
Juniper grabs a glass and raises. She likes these
Yeah.
people.
raises a cup with them? The Stani tradition.
Mhm.
All right.
Heading
So,
home.
Rohan, you must go out and you got to see Madame Ava, right? That's got to be one of the first orders of business.
Rohan's eyes pop open. She's here.
Oh, not too far away. She stays at a settlement just outside of the village. She'll tell you your future.
Yeah. No, we definitely have to see her. With more concrete instructions, we would love to visit not as soon as possible, because we're enjoying time here, but, soon, right? Guys?
Say yes. Future? You said she can tell future?
Oh, yes, she will place her cards down and reveal what they tell. She's very wise. Everybody sees Madame Eva when they come to Barovia.
And would you say that the madam is, I'll use the word genuine?
Absolutely. Her seeing abilities are second to none.
Fascinating. I look at Rohan. I think we should make her a priority.
If I agree. Unfortunately, she cannot tell the fortunes of other Vistani, but I'm glad I have you all with me.
Mirabelle, have you ever been outside of this place? Like, have you heard of Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate and
I've heard of such places. Adventurers speak of these locations all the time. I've not traveled there myself. This bar keeps me busy enough.
Vistani, we go where we please, Ghostman. So we go everywhere.
Well, you guys drink and be merry. Please enjoy your time here and stay warm with the fire. We have some business to attend. So we will bid you adieu. And please, one more pitcher of wine over here, Eric.
If you do not mind, one quick question before you go. Do you know a Kolyan Indirovich?
Of course, he's the burgomaster of Barovia.
And he is still here, present, yes?
As far as I know. In fact, that's his son over there, pointing to the man sitting alone. He's Ismark the Lesser, we call him. He's always been in the shadow of his father, and he probably always will be. His father's a good and noble man.
You understand that plight.
what the hell's a burgomaster?
What would another? He oversees this village. People look to him for direction, and he sets policy.
Oh, like a mayor.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, we must be going. And the three ladies promptly stand up and give you a slight bow and exit the room. Eric, the barkeep, kind of like looks up with a blank stare and just goes back down and starts cleaning the glass. You're pretty sure he's like on the third round of this row of glasses so far. When these ladies, when these ladies leave, this handsome gentleman, whom was referenced earlier, stands up and he says, "Forgive my intrusion. My name is Ismark Kolyan. Might I sit with you for a moment?"
Yes.
Of course.
What are your intentions here in Barovia, if you don't mind me being so forward?
I think we have any, really. Trying to get home.
To get home.
Are you noble adventurers, would you say?
Yes.
I don't like labels.
Wait, before Ghost says that, can he make an insight check to see what will, like, please this person that he's about to talk to?
Sure.
He just wants to say the right answer at this point. -1. Hey!
From the look on his face, he looks concerned. As if he wouldn't have approached your party unless he really needed to. So perhaps being forthright and genuine would be the best way forward.
So when, like, you could gather when he said, "Are you guys noble?" He was kind of saying, "I hope you're noble." Is that
Yeah.
too much?
I think that's fair.
Ghost definitely says exactly what he said before. Yes.
Okay, and that's very convincing. And he walks up to the bar top and grabs the pitcher of wine and also one of the glasses for himself, and he pours everyone a fresh cup. And he says, "Very well. Listen, I have to be very straightforward here. I'm a bit desperate. My father, the burgomaster, he's dead. He died recently, a few days ago.
I know.
You know.
I put the letter on the table. At least, assuming this is your father, we found a body clutching this note.
Oh no. Oh. My father sent out a runner to place this by the gates of Barovia, hoping some adventurers would find it. I assume our messenger is no longer with us.
If that was the messenger, then yes, he is dead.
Damn it.
Yes. I definitely made sure of that.
What happened to your father?
You killed him?
No, he was already dead. You know, some people tend to pop back up after they die in this place. It's really weird, and just, you know.
Ghost
Precautions.
is not familiar with the undead. He wanted to make sure the corpse would not stand up again.
Okay. Well, I'm distraught to hear that news. That is not good. But yes, it is true. My father is dead. He died 3 days ago. My sister, Irina, she has been under attack. And I need adventurers to help transport her to another village under or beyond the view of Castle Ravenloft. She needs to be as far away from the devil as possible.
You mean Strahd is hunting your sister?
He is indeed. Until 3 days ago, when my poor father passed, our mansion was under assault day after day, and I don't know how the devil did it, but he convinced Irina to let him inside the house, and he has bitten her. He's bitten her twice.
You are a fool. You think that we would risk our lives to transfer your already dead sister?
She's not dead. She's not turned.
She's not meant to be
She's
turned,
very
but she's
vulnerable.
marked. She is marked by Strahd. There's no hope for her.
Please, I wouldn't ask. You guys are my last chance.
What will you do when you reach this other village? How can they help you?
The town of Valaki is some way away, heading west down the road. It is fortified. It's a fortified village, and I believe she can get protection there.
But can she be cured? Is her soul already doomed from the bites?
She remains Irina. She's not turned at this time.
It's my understanding that they don't turn unless the vampire wants to turn them.
So the bites have just weakened her. Besides that, she's still...
She's still my dear sister, as sweet as can be.
Do you know of a way that we can get back to Daggerford from here, if we were to do this favor for you?
My friend, I'm afraid without the devil's permission, you may be stuck here. I think it would take a lot to earn his favor. And other than these folks, referencing Rohan, nobody else is allowed to leave.
Ghost kind of nods his head and goes outside and waits outside the door of the tavern at this.
Darling, could you give us some time to talk, think, and discuss?
Please take as much time as you need. I'm going to be heading out. I'm heading back home now. You can find me to to the south side of this village, just down the way.
Do you have a map? Or is it just the Curse of Strahd logo?
Yeah, I can pull up a little map here for you.
Barovia map.
Yay.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, so you guys are currently at E2.
Okay.
And south down the way would be E4.
And is E1 the Bildrat's Mercantile?
Correct.
We will discuss. We will come to you with our decision.
Very well. Please, I ask just one more time, if you are of adventurers of might and valor, please take up this quest.
Which we are.
And he nods to you guys and departs the tavern. And now it's just you guys and the barkeep, who looks straight ahead at the wall as he's still cleaning a glass. He's probably on his 5th round through this set of glasses.
Could we take a 5-minute break at this point?
Absolutely. Yes. And that is where we will take a 5-minute break. And we'll come back to more Curse of Strahd. Ha 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 ha. Welcome back to the Emerald Dragon. We are at the village of Barovia and currently located at the Blood on the Vine Tavern, where we've met some interesting folks. We've heard a plea from help from one of the noble masters of this village, and our party meets to deliberate upon the information they've just received. I'll leave it to you guys. Are you outside of the tavern at this time?
Ghost left and is just waiting there.
I think we would stay in, and then Juniper just goes, "Ghost, come back."
No response.
Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Okay, yeah, I will point where I saw him go out and cast message. Ghost, get your butt back in here.
What just happened?
Just heard
Ghost does go back in.
Thank you, dear.
What the hell was that? You can talk in my head?
Oh, right. Only Rohan knows that. Yes, I can. It's a bit of a party trick.
You've been talking to Rohan secretly?
Yeah, not talking, harassing. Let's get that straight.
How long have you guys been harassing each other? Is this a long-term relationship?
Don't get jealous, Ghostman.
Oh, don't worry. No offense.
Gentlemen, I need to be honest with you. Neither one of you are particularly my type, so please stop flattering yourselves, all right?
Well, okay. So what about this? These quests and stuff. We really have no leads on how to get back home.
My biggest concern
Manafaa,
here.
Manafaa, do you want to get back? I know Juniper does. I mean, that's all I
And
really
there's
want.
a bit of a concern if this Strahd is the only way we have back, doing something to piss him off, like moving his victim.
It's my
Could
big
spell bad
concern.
things.
Exactly. I say we consult with Madame Ava.
That's not a bad idea, a soothsayer.
And if you all want to save the already damned girl anyways, then okay.
Rohan, you say that Strahd is already here. Already has eyes and ears everywhere.
Oh, most certainly, yes.
Then, the way I see, Strahd already knows that this woman is to be moved. I do not see us participating in that as angering him more. You bring
It's just
adventurers into your nation, things happen. That is what adventurers do. We do things.
this is true, yes. He probably has some inclination or whatnot of the girl probably being moved. I'm not sure he knows that it's us quite yet, but it won't take long.
Sure, if I want him to know.
Manafaa, do you want to go back home?
I have been wondering for a long time. Home, what is it really?
So only two of us want to get back.
I'm not saying I am opposed to leaving.
Since we seem to have a bit of a line in the middle here, I don't think Madame Eva's a terrible choice. Try to get a little bit of insight, potentially. See if this is actually a good idea.
I agree. We should probably go visit her. Plus, she can give each and every one of you a reading. Might be helpful.
I would agree. I would also say, if what we read in the letter is true, this is a place without hope. I already feel in my bones that there is something wrong here. And I do not think anyone from here is going to do anything about it.
But is it our responsibility to do something about it?
Does it have to be a responsibility? It could just be a choice.
Or a side effect of us trying to find a way home, potentially?
Yes.
See where you're coming from, dear. Fortune teller?
I think I've had enough supernatural, but you guys are welcome. Just let it be known. I'll stay with this party and go along with it, but I hope that you guys realize that I need to get back. And yes, I'll just leave it at that. And I hope the two of you who are whatever quest you're on, I don't really give a shit, but know that Juniper and I need to get back. And yeah, I hope that we can keep that in the purview of whatever we're doing here. And if that remains in the forefront of what we're doing, then I'm all game. But
What would you be willing to do to get back, Mr. Ghost?
whatever it takes.
The urgency, Ghostman.
What was that? As player to player?
The urgency. Why are you so urgent to get out of here? I understand that this place is cursed, and I don't want to be here any longer than you. But you seem very driven to get out of here.
Well, this is probably the worst possible time for a lot of things in my life. But I have some business to take care of back home. And there's a lot going on. Let's just put it that way. But I absolutely need to get back as soon as possible.
Nothing that will endanger your comrades?
I don't know. Can Alder Ravengard get here?
I'm asking you.
I have no fucking clue.
Okay, good. Seems we're all in agreement then. Should we visit the madam or go meet our old friend or new friend and poke around at his sister a little bit? I don't mean that in a weird way, actually, now that I said that out loud.
Personally, I'm looking to the madam for guidance on this whole thing, so I would like to see her first.
Dada, okay. Well,
All right, let's go.
All right, so exiting the Blood on the Vines Tavern. It's about midday at this time. You guys are hanging out there for a while. You start to depart the village of Barovia, and when a sound strikes you, kind of from the opposite direction, and you hear what sounds like wooden wheels rolling across damp cobblestones, and then come to a stop. And
Bring out your dead.
Damn, that's what I was thinking.
you trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure, just kind of bundled in rags, and she's got a rickety wooden cart. And you see a couple of men dressed in simple clothes approach the cart, and they start kind of chatting. It's inaudible from where you're at. But then there's what seems to be an exchange of money and some goods that they receive. And they start kind of walking down the road in the opposite direction, bidding this woman adieu.
there are a lot of dead piled up on that cart.
Make a perception check. It's a bit foggy from this distance. But the cart isn't nearly big enough to have several bodies piled up on it, so that provides some relief.
How is the cart like on the way? Is it on our path or is it an opposite way?
It's just like it's just down the road in the opposite way, like a block. She's kind of like rounding a corner at this time, kind of going the other way. Meanwhile, the sound of wailing comes down from the way to the south. From
the
before.
same place.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
I run up to the cart if anyone wants to come with, but just walking towards it.
You're gonna run up or walk towards it?
Walk towards it briskly
Briskly walk.
and nonchalantly.
Oh,
All right.
goodness.
Very
He
good.
just kind of goes wherever he wants, doesn't he?
Is it just
Hi.
Ghost then?
I'll follow Ghost. I want to make sure he doesn't get himself hurt.
All right. And so what you see, Ghost, when you approach this cart is a really old woman, hunched, as I mentioned before, She looks up at you and she's got like kind of kind eyes, and she says, "Oh, hello, Ah, new to Barovia, of course.
How could you tell?
You've got different clothes than everybody else here. You must
Oh.
be an adventurer just wandering through."
What is she wearing?
Just
The
very
cloak?
simple kind of rags. She looks poor. She's got a little cart. It's kind of covered with some things.
Okay.
Might I interest you in some dream pastries? I cook them myself
Dream pastries?
every morning.
I've heard great things about these dream pastries.
Dream
How much are the
pastry?
dream pastries, and what do they do?
Oh, well, they give you sweet dreams, of course. They just
Well, I
provide
can.
a little bit of soothing from the depressing nature of this place. Everybody loves them. I just do what I can
I
to make some people
I
happy.
have had the worst day of my life the last 24 hours. I have been in the worst house I've ever been in that tried to kill me. There was a dead baby that tried to kill me. I would love some dream pastries, please. As many as is twice the dose.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to just give you one for free because you're new here. Do you want more than that?
Oh. I will take one more, and my friends here might be interested too.
Okay.
Before they do this exchange, can I do a quick insight check just to make sure she's not trying to kill him?
Sure. As you're
Thanks,
staring,
Juniper.
as you're staring her up and down, she says, "Well, I really think you're gonna love these ones. This one here, it's made with a little bit of maple syrup and toasted pecans, and of course, a little bit of grandmotherly love." Juniper, she seems completely forthright and nurturing, as a grandmother would be.
All right. Well, I take two.
Okay, they are just one gold piece each, please.
1 gold piece for a pastry.
It's like a pie. It's like a 4-inch pie. Trust me,
Yeah, still.
definitely worth it.
Do you expect
Well,
us
you
to
already
believe?
you gave me a free sample, so I'll take that one, and I will not take the double dose. So thank you so much.
Yeah, don't take the. This is a scam. You expect us to believe that you are charging 1 gold piece per pie for all of these poor peasants?
People paid for it. I don't know why you're being so rude, but
Bah.
I can just be on my way then.
You can give us a discount, maybe.
When do I eat it? Before bed?
Yes, that would be a great time.
What if I eat it now?
50 silver. I'll buy 2 more.
You can make
Did
a
you say
persuasion
50?
check with. Yeah, right. You can make a persuasion check with disadvantage, Rohan, because you're being quite rude.
Oh, that's awesome! That is the best roll for that ever. That is so good.
She says, no, somebody will buy them. They always do. But I will give you one for free and one for you, and do you have any other companions?
The 4 of us.
I will buy one additional, and I hand her a gold piece.
Okay. So 2 for you, Mr. Goldman.
You're gonna regret that. I guarantee.
Grandmother dear, I'm afraid I'm a little short on gold at the moment, but I would love to take a few for the road. Do you think you could spare 2 for a gold piece?
Make a persuasion check. Please show Rohan how to persuade nicely. Ooh. Oh, sure, dear.
Charisma, baby.
Because you asked so nicely and so sweetly. And she, like, stares daggers at Rohan briefly.
Ah!
Thank you, darling grandmother. And I give her a gold piece and I tip her 5 silver pieces.
Oh, thank you very kindly.
I have 3.
Well, perhaps I will be seeing you again in some time. I hope you
Didn't you
enjoy
type-
your prize.
Not any time too soon, I hope. And
Well,
Rohan gives her a fake
we-
evil eye.
Oh no!
What?
What did you do?
Be nice to grandma!
It's gonna make her nose grow long.
Oh, you didn't do a curse, or this is evil eye? I'm not sure what you mean with the
Um,
evil eye.
So with the
Animal
with the
friendship,
evil.
turn person, and hold person spell. It duplicates.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I think that's the wrong one. Yeah, it's the Vistani curse.
All right. Well, what's your DC then?
My DC is 12. Oh wait, no, it's charisma. So my DC is 11. Oh shit.
Oh, grandma in the house.
Oh, no, you don't, dear. I know you're kind. I'll keep an eye on you. As they say,
Yeah.
they use people like you to keep an eye on us. I'll be watching you.
Yeah, he's a really bad guide, so don't worry about it.
I'd keep an eye out for this one. She tells you guys. In
I
reference
definitely
to Rohan.
I mean, he does
We
have
are.
quite a silly hat. Bordy's judged him slightly for that.
What do you mean? Keep an eye out for him. Is there something specifically you know?
Leave the old haggard alone. She knows nothing. Come on, let's go.
I stay.
She shakes her head and says, I really must be on my way. She puts her cart into 5th gear again. No, I'm just kidding. She rolls her cart down the street and like kind of knocks on a door, and nobody answers, and she just kind of continues to the next house and kind of does this.
I'll turn to follow
What was her
Rohan,
name?
but I'll call Safe Travels grandmother. And
She
go
gives you a
follow.
wave.
What
Alright.
was his grandmother's name again?
She didn't say, and you didn't ask.
She's okay. Cool. Yeah, whatever.
So go ahead and update your character sheets with your new inventory if you have not. And at this time, you would be standing just beyond the Blood and the Vine Tavern, just beyond the town square. And so as you turn back, you still hear the wailing coming down the road.
Damn. It's like a middle-aged woman scream or man?
It seems to be a woman, but age, you can make an insight check if you'd like.
I don't really care.
All right.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like
Juniper's
a
just
child,
judging.
for what it's worth. I think that's clear enough.
That was what I wanted to know. All right, to the Madam, read your shit, whoever she is. I can't wait to see your fortunes read and me laugh. I am going to laugh the whole time.
All right. So, you guys depart the village of Barovia and back on to the Old Svalich Road. One moment here, please. All right. So as you exit the village and resume on the road, shortly outside of the village is Gallows. It's a wooden structure on the right side of the road, and it appears There's enough to hang several people at a time if needed.
Efficient.
But yeah, exactly.
Which way did we go, Brad? Which direction?
I assume you're heading down the road to the west, as
Okay.
that was the direction you've entered the valley from. So the gallows is empty, and you guys are walking beyond, and you see like some gravestones off to the side too. Like some of them are broken, and some of them seem like kind of newer. And as you guys walk maybe 20, 30 yards past the gallows, Juniper, you look back to the gallows and you notice suddenly there is something hanging there. And the others, as you take one glance back, you see some humanoid hanging from the gallows as well. As this brings your attention there, you might take a few steps back towards this area, and you all see what appear to be just Barovian commoners kind of swinging from the ropes, their necks broken, bodies limp. Juniper, you see a vision of yourself, a Tabaxi figure with their neck broken, looking exactly like you, swinging from the gallows.
How far away are we from the gallows?
30 feet, 50 feet.
If we're 30 feet away, I take a minute and just kind of stare. And then I'd like to activate my mage hand and just kind of poke it, push it, see if it's an illusion or not, see if it's real.
So a skeletal kitty paw appears, and as it reaches that place, kind of just goes through it as an illusion. But the source of this illusion, you have no clue. By the way, the rest of you guys, you see Juniper's face looking maybe exceptionally startled. But as I mentioned, to you guys, it all looks like random Barovian villagers.
Can we see that she activated her mage hand?
Yep.
I'm going to start walking back towards the gallows, slowly.
Okay. I'd say you're like standing kind of in front of them now.
Do I
Kitty!
recognize any of the other bodies up there?
It appears to be random villagers, apart from yourself.
What is she doing? Kitty! Hey.
Sorry, what? What?
What are you doing?
Do
Yeah,
you see?
it's weird.
Do you not see what's up there?
Bodies.
Random people.
Some poor bastards.
Exactly what I see. I'm only going to mention this because this place seems like a bad place to hide details. I don't see just random. I'm up there. Real.
Just you?
No, me and others. I don't recognize, but it's me.
Clearly it is not you because you are standing here in front. Somebody is
I was
trying
thinking
to
that.
unnerve you. Get under your skin.
Could very well be Strahd.
Fantastic job. Rohan had
Brad Brad, those weren't there a minute ago, so we all know that they suddenly appeared.
Yes, you guys walked past this empty gallows, and you just kind of glance back, and then they're there.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff is trying to fuck with us here. This is just another one.
At that point, Manafaa, you hear a rustling in the ground nearby in this little grave site.
I'd like to activate Eyes of the Grave.
Absolutely.
Any undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
And does it say the number would be?
I know the location of any undead, so I assume that would give me a number.
Sure. Yeah. There appear to be 5 undead right nearby you, and coming from the west, so further down the road in your direction, like immediately by you.
5 undead coming from the west. Be ready.
Mage armor.
The west
Immediately.
is the way we were going, right?
Correct.
All right. And Manafaa, with that, you do hear like the breaking of ground, like soil, and you hear like a kind of groaning as you look out towards you and kind of spread amongst the gravestones. Several like hands start crawling and kind of coming out of this shallow graves. I need you guys to roll initiative, please.
Shallow graves.
Beautiful. Shallow graves.
I am no longer breaking the cleric stereotype. I am the cleric stereotype.
Look at all those!
Oh no!
Some high rollers.
Oh no, buddies.
Don't
It's
worry.
gonna be great.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Here comes the nat 20. 16.
We get a preemptive strike since Gravesite was able to point them out first.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
All right. Preemptive strike.
All right, you guys will get a surprise round here. So, as you look out, there's like these grotesque humanoid figures with like their skin hanging off, and some of them have guts hanging out, and their teeth are all rotten, and some of their faces are just deformed and just disgusting, guys. You look out, and there's 5 zombies that are coming out of the ground. Ghost, you're the first to react and see what's going on here as we take a surprise round.
All right. Well, we lost our initiative order, I think. Ghost turns to Manafaa and says, "These are ones we kill, right?"
Yes, they are ones we kill.
All right, great. Ghost holds up both his arms, and all of a sudden, these 2 hand crossbows, when he triggers one of his fingers, go and flip out of his arm, out of his gauntlets, and he points at the one straight next to him on the left. I don't have control of my token, but I want to go down and to the left, like to the southwest.
You don't have control of your token, eh?
I do not.
Fix that.
Yeah, I do not have control of my token on this screen either.
What happened? Juniper does. All right,
Juniper's
Juniper, if you just hold on for a sec. Let me do a reset here.
And yeah, we did lose the initiative tracker.
Oh, dog.
I can only
Have
see
to roll
the
again.
zombies.
Happening in these parts.
Everything
we
is
rolled.
broken.
We rolled on the other screen.
Damn
All right.
technology.
You guys should have better. You don't have a turn order for reals. You don't need to roll initiative again.
No, to make it visible, I just rolled again and adjusted it to the value I first rolled.
Turn order, like little box.
What?
Can you see the
Yeah, we
turn
can
order?
see.
Yeah, we can see the
Yeah,
box.
we
Just
can.
no
It just
entries on
reset.
it.
Oh, interesting. I got a full entry thing here.
So I can just roll and enter what I actually got.
Well, I can just try and pull it up again, I guess.
That's what we did.
You want me to
Alright,
clear the
I'm
list?
good.
Do you see him now?
Yeah, it works.
I
see
am
it.
I'm good
just
now.
missing Juniper,
Oh shit!
who I have.
Hold on.
I see Juniper.
Oh, now you rolled the nat 20.
Yeah, now I rolled.
Juniper. All right.
Dang it.
So Ghost moves down and to the left a little bit. Immediately, like seeing threat near him, he just backs up a little bit and kind of strafes to the left and takes 2 shots from his hand crossbows.
Beautiful.
Yep,
Go for
right
it.
there.
Roll the hit.
Juniper, I believe you had 4, not 1.
Thank you, dear.
13 and 19.
13 and a 19 are both enough to hit. Go and roll for damage on those.
Wait.
9 and 7.
16.
16. All right. Yeah, two precise shots with your hand crossbow. One kind of like lodges into its undead heart. Another one kind of like hits it right in the cheek and like lodges through its skull. It like you see some gore like shoot out the backside of his face, and yeah, definitely a lot of damage done. It still kind of like moans as it kind of creeps towards you, though. Yeah.
Ghost takes one more step to the left and is done. Yeah. All right.
Very good. All right, that's gonna be Rohan up next, please.
Okay, so Rohan is going to move over here next to Juniper. And for my bonus action, I'm actually going to cast Hunter's Mark on this target right here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my crossbow to attack this target.
Sounds good. All right, go for it. 10 is enough to hit. Yep. You said a crossbow?
Oh, sorry, a longbow.
Longbow. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yep, 10's enough to hit. Go and roll for damage. All right. You finish it off. A nice shot again through the skull, and it kind of like falls down to the ground at that. I'm gonna do so. He can make a Constitution saving throw, DC 5 plus the damage taken. So a 14 on a Constitution save. All right, not gonna do it. He is an undead dead zombie.
dead zombie.
Undead.
Ghost looks over to Rohan and it's like, "What the hell, man? That was my target. Get your own zombie."
Are we keeping score or trying to survive?
Whatever.
All right, Juniper, it's gonna be your turn.
Right. Just for simplicity's sake, she's gonna shoot out magic missile at this guy, come on, and this guy. Each one of them are automatically gonna take 1d4 plus 1 damage.
Sure. So I saw this guy up here and this one. Is it gonna be this closer guy then?
Yes. I get 3 missiles, so all 3 of them.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
And I didn't
Go in that order.
mention this last time. Oh, 5 each. When she shoots them out, they look like red, kind of. The best way I can describe it is bleeding fire when she shoots them from the palms of her hands, and her eyes just turn dark purple.
Okay. Sounds great. So go ahead and roll for each of those missiles, please. The first one takes 4 damage.
Is it each of them?
Yep, I'm gonna have you roll for each of the missiles.
Sweet. 4 and 3.
All right. So they each. So there's a bonus on to each of those rolls, right? What's your additional? damage?
It's just +1. It's 1d4 +1 force damage.
Oh, okay. So it's 5 total on that one, and then 4 on this guy, and 3.
Yes.
All right. So you see this this impact kind of like blows him back a little bit. Doesn't seem to do a terrible amount of damage on anyone.
Okay. For my movement, I'm just going to jump on top of the gallows, just kind of pull myself up off the ground, and that'll be it.
All right. So the gallows would be about right here.
Oh, right there?
And
Okay,
it's
then
like
I
five-
will...
Like a 5 foot, or actually like a 2 foot raised platform.
I will move my way over and jump up.
Okay, sounds good. Manafaa.
Yes, I would like to please. Oh, where did I go off the
Turn order just disappeared.
Oh no, I was deleting duplicates on my side. Anyway, just trust me. I'll let you know when your turn is. Manafaa, you're last. Juniper, you're second to last. Got it?
Yes, I would like to cast Sacred Flame at this one here.
Do it. So I'll make a dex save.
Correct.
DC 13. All right, so that's a 10. Not going to do it. So 4 radiant damage here.
Correct.
Let me see here. Doesn't look like it has vulnerability to that. So, yeah, 4 damage. Another blast, similar to the missile that just hit it before. Just kind of knocks it back a little bit, but doesn't seem terribly afflicted.
All right, and I would like to, unslinging my shield, use 15 feet of movement to get in between this zombie and Juniper.
Tank!
All right, sounds good.
So we're rocking shield in one hand and holy symbol in the other.
Awesome.
Rise
All right,
to see you.
go back at the top of the turn order. Ghost, what do you got, buddy?
Ghost, looking... Ghost is going to sheathe his hand crossbow. And for the first time, he is going to grab this long wooden plank, kind of that's been behind his shield the whole time. And he grabs it, and he gives it like a shake, like a firm shake to the ground. And you see this, like, and like I said, it was just like a wooden plank, but all of a sudden these 2 arms, like, fold out. And for those of you who have seen crossbows before, this one is not, like, crescent faced forward. However, it is a half crescent moon faced in reverse with 2, like, cross strings and some gears on the outside. And it also has a very small, and for those of you who have seen a spyglass before used by sailors, it has like a tiny little spyglass on it. And he holds up this reverse draw crossbow, takes a shot at the zombie very far away here on his left.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
There you go. 14.
14 is a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
7.
7 damage on that one. All right. This larger crossbow bolt like lodges into the abdomen of this zombie, and it kind of it lodges in, and like the head on that is like this big, and you can just see it like yeah, it just a squishy sound comes out from the distance from that. All right.
Despite all of these hits, Ghost kind of like, as he takes this shot, he like puts up his hand, and for those of you who are kind of watching him take a shot, it's like shaking, it's like tremoring, and he's like, God damn it, keep missing. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right, it's gonna be the zombies' turns now. So, you guys are so far away. So this zombie will slowly limp up and advance here. Right here. Very slow-moving zombies. Yes. Manafaa, this zombie right in front of you is gonna look at you and just kind of snarl, and he's going to try to hit you with one of his hands. Going to try and do a slam attack. That's a 21 to hit.
Damn, that actually hits.
Yeah, so taking 5 bludgeoning, he just like gets to the side of your shield and just like kind of wraps you right across the face with the zombie hand. And it's pretty gross, and he smells bad.
Bastard.
Yeah. All right, and that's gonna bring us to Rohan's turn.
Okay. Quick question: if I were to sheath my longbow and pull out silver short swords, would that take an action?
I would say, yeah, sounds like a complicated process. But if you just threw your longbow on the ground and took out your sword, you could do that.
Oh, okay. Bet. Well then, so I'm going to cast Slayer's Eye on. Oh wait. On this zombie here, and then Rohan is going to run up to him and use his silver short swords on him.
Sweet. All right, an 11. 11 will hit.
And
Go
there's
ahead, roll for
a
damage.
19 also. Because they're.
Oh, a 19, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing 2 attacks? Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
Okay. So, what's one of them? And there's the next one. I think the +2 came from the crit, but it's just 8.
Oh yeah. If you go to your character sheet, hit the gear at the top. Roll queries. You can change it to either never or to query advantage every time you roll, so it won't do the automatic 2. For some reason, Roll20 defaults to automatically rolling an advantage on everything.
Oh, that gear. Okay, I see. Wait.
It's like literally the first option right under core bio and spells.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I set mine to query.
All right,
Alright.
I'll do that next time. And then because I have cast Slayer's Mark and Hunter's Mark on him, I'm going to add 1d6 damage twice. So
Sounds good. Go for it. All right. So, what do we got here? 12, 17, 18 damage. Wow, nice. You guys watch Rohan as he just comes down and he like chops down this zombie, like takes his legs out and then just like stabs it right in the chest as it lays on the ground. Yeah, he's not gonna pass that saving throw either. So he is another undead dead, guys.
pastrami.
Ghost is impressed.
That'll bring us to Juniper.
Okay. How is this guy looking? Can I tell? Like, has he been hit a lot?
Which one is it?
This
in front
gentleman
of
in front of. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's been. Make a perception check.
So. Correct, please. Ooh.
All right, so yeah, he already looks really gross and damaged. So it'd be kind of difficult to make out exactly how hurt he is, but you can see like some particular areas which are kind of like blown open by the various blasts of energy that he's received. So he looks damaged, but still pretty strong as a zombie can look.
Okay. So with that information, I am going to use one sorcery point to twin spell Chaos Bolt. And I am going to target the gentleman in front of Manafaa.
Okay.
And this one right back here.
All right.
So, pardon me, I've never used this spell before. Just making sure I do
If
this
you want to just put
correctly.
it in the chat, that'd be great.
Yes, I will click on that. Hopefully it'll go straight and not make me do anything. Click, click. Oh, okay. Well,
Chaos Bolt.
that's what I rolled a hit.
That's a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
Does that apply to both of them?
I think with Twin Spell, I would roll 2 separate spell attacks. Gentlemen who've played Sorceress before would maybe know that better than I do.
Yes, I believe each would be its own individual attack roll.
Thank you, dear. I will try it again. Hey. Either of those hit?
9 to
First
hit.
hit?
Yeah, both of those hit. They're very slow moving enemies. So,
Dang, okay.
yeah. So a 13 blast the first one. His entire abdomen is just hollowed out by this blast of energy. He looks very weak and like he's on the brink of death, but not quite there. I mean, he's
Okay.
already dead. It's so confusing to describe these things, guys.
I'm having trouble sending it to the chat, but basically I roll 2d8s plus 1d6 damage for each of them, and then I get to choose, according to this chart that I have, what type of damage that it takes. So the first one...
Those are to hit rolls. He's not damaged at all.
You're good. Awesome. So the 9, I'm assuming, is not actually going to hit the zombie. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is going to hit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he's very slow. They're very slow.
These are babies. Okay, so the first gentleman is going to take... Ooh. He's going to take fire damage, and he's going to take 11 fire damage. And the second gentleman is going to take 5 and a 3. He's going to take lightning damage.
Okay.
And he's going to take 12.
12. All right. Sounds good. All right. Yeah, so this first guy, his clothes just kind of go up in flames as you blast him with this firebolt. And he's just like right in front of you. He looks severely damaged, not down yet. And the other behind you, as the blast reaches him, just kind of like shocks electricity through his body. Like Dr. Frankenstein would be impressed by this, would probably raise him from the dead with that kind of bolt, but not in this case, unfortunately. But he appears to be severely impacted as well, still kind of stumbling and dragging his foot behind him in your direction.
And
all right.
I will use... I am, because I didn't realize exactly how close I was to the zombie, so I am going to use my movement to back up off the gallows and just kind of jump right about there.
Okay. Very good. Manafaa, it's your turn.
Once again, I would like to brandish my holy symbol and cast Sacred Flame.
Okay, go for it. I'll make a dexterity save here. He rolled a 0.
So dexterous.
0!
Yeah, -2 dexterity. Yeah, and with that, like, you blast him, like, point blank right in the face with this sacred flame. Kind of like, it blows his head back, so it's like, it's hanging by a thread on his neck, kind of like a hinge, and then his body collapses on the ground in front of you.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anything else you're gonna do?
I will wait there. That will be my turn.
All right. Very good. Well, at the top of the order, Ghost, you hear some startling rustles behind you as a hand reaches out right beside you.
Ah! What?
Just one more there. And off to the side, kind of, you guys hear another one right here as well. But Ghost, you are still the first to react. What do you do?
Oh, it's like, did it like come out of the ground and grab me?
Yeah, it's like grabbing at you.
Ah! Ghost is going to gingerly set down his crossbow behind him in the space, which is a drop, and going to draw his hand crossbows once more. And is going to just like strafe this guy for 2 because he doesn't like zombies grabbing at him. Get his feet moving, and he moves over 2 spaces, kind of strafing this guy, and takes 2 shots with his hand crossbow again.
All right, go for it.
$22.
Nice, dude.
9. Not great. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So 2 bolts kind of lodge into his chest, and he's still just kind of reaching after your feet.
All right. I'll move 1 more space, and then I'll be done.
Okay, very good. Well, that zombie is going to just sitting up. He's going to try and make a swipe at you or around your leg here. 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. So he kind of like grabs you at the leg, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And luckily, it's not like flesh on flesh or anything, because that would be gross. All right. So. Preston's routinely impressed by the size of my vocabulary. All right, and this one here is going to his way over to Juniper and going to take a slam attack at her. It's going to be 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
All right. So he just kind of hits you right in the chest. You take a couple points of bludgeoning damage from that. And you get like a full whiff of his undead breath right in your face. All right. And this guy here is going to move up. And Rohan, this one's going to be at you. Slam attack. 22 to hit, guys. These zombies really hate you. All right. 3 points of bludgeoning on you, Rohan, as he reaches out and just slams you upside the head. Luckily, I mean, you can kind of see it coming a little bit, but it still makes contact, kind of softens the blow a little bit.
I moved my head with a swipe.
And this zombie here is going to just kind of move this way a little bit. And I believe that is all the zombies accounted for. Rohan, it's going to be your turn.
Okay. Basically, I'm just going to Slayer's Mark this guy and short sword him.
Do it. All right, both of those are hits.
Oh, what? Okay.
He's so slow. He's so slow.
What are these, like AC 5?
8.
So 13.
13 damage. So you're really feeling yourself with this short sword. You like take off one of his arms and kind of like stab him up in the chest. But he's still. Is this one of the? Oh, actually, that actually does it. Yeah, this guy. You stab him through the chest and he falls on the ground again. So that'll be what do we got? 13. So it'll be 13 plus 5 on a Constitution save. All right. He goes down on his knees and looks like he's gonna drop dead on the ground. And then he kind of looks up at you again like he's been revitalized somehow. All right, Rohan. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Juniper, your turn.
Oh, it's me. Okay. I am going to. I'm just gonna take out my daggers and 2-weapon fight this butthole in front of me.
This butthole. All right, cool.
This butthole.
Go
Are you
ahead.
proud of my vocabulary?
That's pretty mean. The first one misses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're really blown away too. He does like a full like Neo in the Matrix with that one too. Like from everything you've seen, like it shouldn't even be possible. But you stab him like right towards the face, and he's like,
Looked at it. Looks at you.
But then as he
Like,
does,
why
that,
are
you
they so
stab
flexible?
him right in the gut. You just shank him like a bone shiv right in the gut.
I will shank him with my offhand, so he takes 4 damage.
All right.
And then I am going to use a bonus action Misty Step.
Mm.
I'm going to Misty Step 30 feet away. Let me figure out exactly where I want to go. I'd like to Misty Step right over there. And then for my movement, I'm going to activate what's called my Feline Endurance, which means that I can move double my speed without taking a dash action and just count it as my movement. It's called Feline Agility.
Okay.
And it's not popping up. So I will use 60 more feet to, I believe that would just put me off the map. So I'm just going to go whoop, way over here.
Yeah, that sounds okay. All right. So no to
But
everybody.
100.
Remember, Juniper is all the way over there. Is that gonna be your
That'll
turn?
do it. That's it.
Sweet. Manafaa.
I think Rohan seems to be holding his own. I will cast a guiding bolt at this one right over here.
Okay. Sounds good. Is that a ranged attack?
That it is. That will be 16.
That's a hit.
13 points of radiant damage, and the next attack against it has advantage.
Nice.
Nice,
Keep
dude.
that in mind, Ghost. Ghost, from like over your shoulder, this blast of radiant white light collides with the face of this zombie, and it's kind of blown back for just a second. And as it kind of regains its bearings a little bit, you see his eyes are kind of like twisting around in his face. Manafaa, is that your turn?
I will also move 10 feet to right here,
Sounds good.
and that is my turn.
All right, it'll bring us back up to Ghost at the top of the round.
All right. Ghost is going to move down 1 space. He's going to look this zombie in the eye. And you hear, for the first time, Ghost raises up his hand crossbows. And his heart rate starts to slow. Do-do. Do-do.
You hear it?
Do-do. And he kicks the zombie in front of him and falls backward. And action surges and shoots an extra shot.
Oh, damn. Nice. What are you going to do for the kick? Just do like just make an attack roll kind of thing?
The kick is, yeah. I mean, if he fails to kill this zombie, I think he would go a square back and it would be an attack of opportunity. But he's kind of just using it, falling back, shooting while he's going down, type of thing.
All right. Are you intending to do damage with the kick, or is it flavor?
I am not. It is flavor.
Okay, sounds good. All right, go for it. Cool.
That's what I'm talking about right there. And the 8 is actually a 6 in addition to that. So 9, 18, 26. That's 32.
Jeez.
Dang, you got rolls like a longbow. Frankie longbow. That's
So
crazy.
he
Alright.
takes the 3 shots as he's falling back, like kind of on the ground, just as his like Matrix style shooting.
Very good. Yeah, and the coupling on all these 3 shots is so tight. And, like, all 3 of the bolts hit this zombie like right in the forehead, like between the eyes, like bullseye status, and it falls to the ground in a heap. Very cool, Ghost. Anything else?
No, Ghost just looks over at Rohan and kind of gives him a nod, and then goes back to looking at the other zombies.
Sweet. All right. So this zombie is gonna his way over to Manafaa. Take another swipe at him. 21 to hit. Good lord. 6 points of bludgeoning, Manafaa, as he like just takes you with a zombie haymaker. You're like, good lord. This is like Floyd Mayweather the zombie over here. All right, very unpleasant for you. And I think we only have, we have this one here. He looks back at Rohan like, I'm really going to kill you this time for trying to kill me. Oh, only a 9 to hit. He's just on his knees like, ugh. Just a weak little toss is all he can muster there. And this zombie is going to come on your backside, Rohan, and he's going to take another swipe towards you. 11 to hit. Oh, if only they were at advantage. Get those pack tactics for the zombies. Maybe I'll make some zombie wolves next time. All right. So that'll be the zombies' turns, and that'll bring us to Rohan, surrounded on either side.
Well, actually, I'm going to disengage then. So Rohan's going to disengage, and he's going to move back 30 feet over here. And that will be his turn.
All right. I believe the ruler needs to be centered on your token, too, for movement, too, by the way. Just a minor thing, but 5 feet. That's good right there.
Okay.
Juniper.
I will take 30 feet of movement to put myself back on the map, hopefully. Get myself at least 60 feet to this guy who's engaged with Manafaa. So I'm going to cast Frostbite on this gentleman, which is a cantrip. So I would like you, please, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Perfect. It's going to be an 18.
That's going to pass. And nothing happens.
All right. He's a very hardy zombie.
Juniper's just going to like snap her paws and wonder why the hell nothing happens.
Yeah. He ate his meat and potatoes daily. All right, Manafaa, your turn.
Fuck this zombie. I would like to shoot another guiding bolt.
Go for it.
16.
That's a hit.
Oh wait, this is a ranged spell, and he's in melee range, so it's disadvantage.
Unless you're shooting at one of the
go
other
with
ones. I think so.
A ranged spell.
So it's an 11.
11 hit.
Please take 14 points of radiant damage.
Dang.
14 points.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. And so, as I described earlier incorrectly, this one goes through his abdomen, just leaves you can see through it at this point. He's still like got his zombie arms up and kind of in your face.
Damn. That'll be my turn.
Sweet. All right. We're going back up to the top, Mr. Ghost.
Ghost is going to, well... why not? Ghost will move here. And he will take 2 shots with his hand crossbows once again. Straight at the zombie right here.
All right. Roll to hit.
Doof. Doof. Ah! A critical 1 is an 8 for me.
Jesus.
And 8 hits.
What?
Doesn't a 1 always misses, Brad, but it's up to you.
The zombie is so slow in this case. I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah. Doof, doof. All right.
Critical 1 miss.
14 damage from 2
14
crossbow
damage.
shots.
All right. So you would try to hit it like in the back of the head or something like that, but like something kind of puts you off, and you shoot it right in its zombie ass cheeks, and it falls to the ground nonetheless.
Ghost curses another miss. Shit.
Okay. That brings us back to the zombies. We only got 2 standing here. All right. Nice. Okay. So this one's gonna join Manafaa up here. What was the other one? Take two attacks here at Manafaa. 13 and a 7. Man,
Both miss.
right when it counts too. Okay. All right. Well, that's all the zombies can do. Rohan, your turn.
Rohan's gonna just run up here, sweep up his longbow, and take a shot at this zombie here.
Sounds
and
good. Yeah,
Uses
go
his
for it.
bonus action to put Slayer's Eye on it.
You got it. Yeah. No vulnerabilities that you're able to discern.
Okay.
13 hits. Roll for damage. 4, and that's this one, correct?
Yep, that one.
Sorry.
Perfect. Oh, there's your.
Oh, there's Chaos Bolt.
There it goes. Finally. I was trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Chaos Bolt.
So that was the one you already thought you had incapacitated, Rohan. So just any contact with it just made it fall to the ground. In that case. Anything else?
60. Yep.
All right, Juniper.
Chaos Bolt. I'm once again going to use 1 sorcery point to cast Twin Spell and use my final 1st level spell to cast Chaos Bolt on each of these guys near Manafaa. Come on. Okay, 9 and 13.
Okay, yeah, both of those are hits.
Sweet. So this guy right up here is who I'm gonna target
Oh,
first.
he's already dead. Sorry, I didn't put a.
Oh, he's already dead?
Yeah. Rohan just took care of him.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't hear he was dead. So I guess I'm not gonna twin spell and just cast Chaos Bolt on this guy right here. So he's
All right,
gonna
yeah, both of those are gonna hit.
Okay. 6. Oh, whoops. 2 of them. I'm sorry. 6, 1.
All right.
7 plus, these
Kaylie, will you
penalties.
describe how this happens? How do you want to do it?
Oh, sweet. Okay, I am going to use acid damage. And the chaos bolt that I hit him with is just going to shoot this dark green growth gunk out of my hands, and it's going to go swerving right to the left of Manafaa and just hit this zombie straight in the head. And the acid will start disintegrating him from head down, just seeping into his body until he's nothing left but bones, which start to sizzle.
All right. Yes, exactly. And as it has its final bit of animating light within it, it lets out this and just falls to the ground, sizzling as you described. For now, my friends, it appears the threat has been neutralized. You are outside of the gallows, amongst the gravestones, and a slew of corpses on the ground.
I'm going to run up to the one that she killed, take out a dagger, and just start stabbing at it.
All right, yeah, you do that. There's blood and gore flying everywhere. Your bath you had a few hours ago is rendered completely.
Ghost is going to grab her and like hold her back and say like, "Hey, what the hell?"
She's going to start fighting.
Together.
She wants to get out of. She does not want you to do this. She's going to try to get away from you.
I will try to bring her back one space from the corpse.
All right, make a strength contest, guys.
Is
athletics?
Is it athletics?
Sure.
Oh dear.
Did you get advantage since you're feral?
I do.
Ghost, are you able to remove Juniper from the area?
Hey,
While they're doing this,
hold your shit together.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, go for it.
Ghost turns Juniper around and says, "What the hell's wrong with you? I've seen soldiers like you that are new on the battlefield and they lose their shit. Are you going to lose your shit every time?"
Her purple and kind of zoom back into their normal cat-like form. Sorry. What?
What the hell just happened? You lost your shit like you did before. You started stabbing and clawing, and you've done this multiple times. I can't trust someone that's going to be losing their shit on the battlefield.
Pre-existing condition, darling. I'm sorry. I will get a better hold on it.
Care to elaborate? We're
Not
all
really.
here.
No, I don't.
Well, this clearly affects all of us, as you're going to start stabbing random shit in the battlefield, so we would really like to know, because the next time it might affect us and we could lose our lives.
Long as she's not doing it during fights, I'm okay with Kitty being feral.
She does do it during the fight, Rohan.
It was after the fight. Everything's dead.
This time it was.
And all the times before, I'm sure.
Do
Is
you
it
only
when you kill
freak out?
something or when everything is dead?
I don't know.
I don't care if you lose your shit on your own time, but we kind of need to know this. I kind of need to know this.
Happens every now and then. If I kill something, I lose control. Just for a minute, and then I'm back. Doesn't happen that often, and I'm working on it. Happy? Are we good?
Dada.
No. I am not happy at all. Why do you lose your shit when you kill something?
I knew that. I would have fixed this problem a long time ago.
Well, your eyes turn all purple.
It happens.
I hate to interrupt, but maybe we should go see Madame Ava. I think she's waiting for us with longing.
I think that's a fantastic idea. And I try to shove my way out of Ghost's arms and start walking.
Ghost just says, "We're not done yet," and but does let her go. Or we're not done with this conversation.
Very well. Then continuing down the road, you guys travel for some time, maybe 20, 30 minutes, and you reach, there's a bridge across the river. And on the other side, you see like there are some some signs denoting the area. But you guys haven't crossed the bridge yet. Would you like to cross the bridge?
Yes.
Okay. So you cross the bridge, and it's about like 50, 60 feet above this river, the River Ivlis. And you get to the other side, and there is the sign, which you can read now. And it reads, the Barovia village to the east, the Ser to the northwest. That name definitely rings a bell to you, Rohan. And to the southwest, the road, it reads Ravenloft/Valaki.
You kind of broke out on the thing that you said that would that I would recognize.
The Serpool, Tser, Serpool.
Okay.
You would recognize that to be the name of the camp where you could find Madame Eva. And to the northwest fork, in that direction, it slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Where would you guys like to go?
Serpool? Is that what it was said?
Yeah, that's the way we're going. Yeah.
I am following Rohan.
Following Rohan.
I am as well.
All right, leading the way.
Okay, very good. Well, you guys travel up this way another 15, 20 minutes or so, and the road gradually disappears, and it's replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. There are deep ruts in the earth, which are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above, and there is a clearing here, which is next to the river, and it widens to form a small lake several 100 feet across. On the banks of this lake is where you see 5 colorful round tents, each about 10 feet in diameter, and they're pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit within. And near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. At this point, you hear the mournful strains of an accordion clash, with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering northwards beyond the river and the forest edge. We have arrived at the Serpool encampment, home of the Vistani, and that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Dang it.
A party awaits you. It so
Sneaky.
seems. So, my friends, very, very good stuff tonight. We'll pick up 2 weeks from now on the 16th. Next week, we'll be returning to the Tomb of Annihilation. Highly anticipated things going on there. We're trying not to die, going to a cursed place called Nangalore. Should be a good one. You won't want to miss that. To all of our friends out there who have tuned in tonight, thank you so much for watching us. And we'll be back every Monday, as we always are, around 5 o'clock Pacific time, 5:30 Pacific time, rather. And have a great week ahead.